Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are jumping into 2020's The Invisible Man. This is one I have not seen. I'm guessing it involves someone who's invisible, but beyond that, this will be a first time watch for me. I don't even know any actors that are in it, so let's see how it goes.
Winner.
Yeah.
Whole winner.
Whole winner. I know absolutely nothing about this film whatsoever. I don't even recall seeing, having seen a trailer for it, but pretty consistently across the board, the poll winners that we put out there have been phenomenal, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, when I first saw the recommendations, I'm thinking Chevy Chase, Invisible
Chase,
Man. Yeah, I've seen that one, but this is what everyone was talking about. So I don't recall what this one is. So looking forward. Hopefully it's a banger, like y'all say. Let's go!
Folks, before we get started today, just wanted to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile made getting wireless super simple. It's all online, so you can skip the stores and salespeople altogether.
Mint keeps it easy. You get unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. You get free calls to Mexico, Canada, and the UK. Plus, hotspot is included. With the unlimited plans, you get 10 gigs.
One thing I love about Mint Mobile is that when it comes to your phone, you've got options. Bring your own unlocked phone or grab a shiny new one from Mint. Or hey, live on the edge and flip a coin. Either way, you get to keep your number, all your contacts, no drama, no hassle.
That's right, and people think switching phone plans is a pain, but not with Mint. It's seriously easy. You can sign up and activate in minutes, right from your couch, with eSIM. And 96% of users are highly satisfied with Mint's customer care. Those are pretty solid odds.
And just to give you extra peace of mind, all plans come with a 7-day, unconditional, rock-solid money-back guarantee.
So folks, check out the link below. New customers can get their premium wireless plans that start at $15 a month.
Are we going to get a dark film? And by
I
dark,
was just
by
wondering,
dark,
is this
I
going to be
mean,
the
like,
vibe when
visibly
everything was
dark?
They watched Game of Thrones too much.
I do like that. The Invisible Man. Elisabeth Moss.
Do you find waves crashing to be relaxing or a nuisance?
I don't listen to it as I fall asleep, if that helps.
This doesn't feel like a getting up and going to the bathroom, not trying to wake him up. This definitely feels like... Oh, what's she getting under the bed? Okay.
Diazepam, I know about that from Metal Gear.
Jane?
Oh.
Oh.
So it's crushed up.
Oh, damn. Did we just see what I think we saw?
Well, they
She's still-
alluded to us that she's already, I assume it's her, that put it in there.
Yeah, already did it.
And that's why she was testing to see if he could hear.
Yeah.
Maybe it was for heartburn.
I don't know.
Oh, this is bad. Oh,
Look at that closet.
they have lots of
Is
money.
she bailing? Is that what she's doing? She have like a go bag or something?
Yeah.
That's the vibe
That's
I'm
what she's
getting.
got.
Yeah.
So she hid the go bag. Yup. Social security card, passports,
It's like,
everything. Some cash.
Sleeping with the Enemy with Julia Roberts.
She's definitely afraid of him.
Okay, so they were kind of telling us that she gave him those sleeping pills to keep him knocked out. Okay, sorry, it took me a
She's
second.
bailing. Obviously not in a situation she likes.
What?
That's
Oh,
freaky.
what is this? Okay.
I like how
so
they're introducing everything
lots
to
of
us.
diplomas.
Yeah, like
this
this.
dude's got a lot. What kind of crazy shit is this? Oh, God. This gives me the...
Disabling.
Okay, so she's got the alarm disabled so she can get out. Talk about high anxiety right out of the gate.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth's actually doing a pretty good job of displaying.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just waiting for it.
I saw that sitting there. It's like, I thought it was a bottle, though, at first.
Oh, starting up a car. Oh, no.
Should I be looking for the Invisible Man already?
What's that rattle? Is that rattle part of the score, or...
That Audie's not going to be quiet.
So sorry I can't take you with me. It's okay.
That doesn't look like something that comes off that easy.
Oh!
It did come off easy. But the alarm went off. There goes the security light.
Look at this setup. It's like a prison.
That's kind of what it looks like, represents almost.
Yeah.
What is this, like Escape from Alcatraz?
Somebody waiting
Oh,
for.
you've seen this in horror movies before.
They're supposed to be here. Where are you?
Emily, where are you?
Turn that flashlight off. And you're giving away your position there with the flashlight.
I'm waiting for a jump scare now.
Oh, God damn it, guys. You know how I deal with jump scares.
It's favorite.
It's going to be him already.
Nope. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Dropped the pills.
Go.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
Oh!
Hey,
Eh,
that's our guy from
Not
Hill
my-
House.
It's not my guy. He's an asshole.
Not the character.
I know.
The actor. He's from the Hill House and Mike Flanagan stuff. 2 weeks later.
How long you been up?
A few hours. Can't sleep.
I swore to your sister I'd get you to step outside my house. He's not out there. I promise.
Whoa.
She is just
Sounds-
crippled with fear.
Yes.
Okay, is he maybe a undercover cop?
She has a lot of fear. Good call on that one.
Hey, it's okay. See, that's the furthest you've gone since you've been here. Can't work with this stuff. Yeah.
There you go. Cover up the camera.
I could have put a piece of tape over it without ruining the laptop. But we'll cut her some slack. We know she's dealing with a lot.
Do I know you? Do I owe you money?
A lot. What are you doing here, Emily?
Well, it's nice to see you too, sis. I have some news.
There is no news that justifies this.
I'm desperately trying to tell you that you don't need to cut me off anymore because he's dead.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, exactly what? Optics.
Tech entrepreneur and optics commenter died in 38.
I guess with the tech entrepreneur would explain his basement.
Mm-hmm.
What did he do to you?
That's what I've
Can
been
you
wondering.
talk to me?
God, you would. Part of you think there would be a sense of relief almost, but on the same side,
She looks
just
like she's-
almost feels like it adds to the trauma that you'd have to deal with.
Well, she does look like she has a little bit of relief.
He's in complete control of everything, you know. He controlled how I looked and what I ate, controlling when I left the house. And if he didn't like what he assumed I was thinking,
He would hit you?
amongst other things.
Wow.
I took birth control without him knowing it. That can only go on for so long. So you're here with us now. And you're safe.
All right, now for me, I gotta full understanding of what was going on. But the only thing I'm having a gap with is the full timeline. Talking a year, 8 years.
By next year, you'll make it across the street.
Hey, she's in The Last of Us, I believe.
See, something came for you.
Stuff shouldn't
No
be
one
coming
knows I'm
there,
here.
should it?
I was just going to say that she hinted towards that earlier.
Uh-oh.
So, who's it from?
Said probate of heirs. Okay, so did
She would have been in the will.
inherit the house, but what? How do they know where she was?
Exactly.
Thank you both for coming in. As the appointed attorney representing my late brother's discretionary trust, I'm required to enact his final wishes. And he stipulated that I do this in person, although our relationship was far from perfect.
She's not required to listen. Email me a copy and we will read it.
She's a lawyer, too.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
If there was a chance of physically being close to him, we would not be here for any amount of money.
He's in that urn over there.
Okay,
And as
no,
per
no-
his final wishes, you're getting $5 million. The money will be staggered in installments of $100,000 each month. You can't commit a crime, etc. As soon as I have your signature and your banking information, I can start releasing the funds.
Oh, she doesn't want to do it. It's that idea of still being tied to him.
Wow, thanks, see? Wow, that's nice. Look at that.
Well, I knew you needed a new one, and that one just strange. God, I wish you had oh wait, you could totally use the ladder.
Climb up.
Yeah.
Oh, is that going to be her college fund?
I don't know.
So she
what
did
word
take the
I just
money.
got a ladder. So I don't know what. It's a new bank account
Yep.
with your name on it. I'm gonna put $10,000 in it every month for the rest of the year. I call the account Parsons.
Well, good. She's doing some good with it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you dancing. You can.
Yes, I can. Come on.
Hey, hold up.
Are you scared?
This is I'm a cop. You realize I'm a cop.
Ah, he is a
He is a
cop.
cop.
Knew it.
Well, she's having. It's good to see her smile now. Compared to how the movie started.
Oh, something's going to move. Oh, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for something to move.
Oh, the way they held that. Oh, now it's probably when it's going to happen.
I'm looking at that hairbrush.
Or are they doing a nice tease because obviously the title is
Right.
Invisible Man?
To get us on edge the whole time.
They're going to
that-
tease us at every turn. I thought he was in the lawyer's office. There's that clicking again.
Sounds like a sprinkler. The hairbrush is gone. Or is it?
I mean, regardless if he was invisible, right? That's something that's hard for her to
Yeah.
let go, and probably will be like that for quite a while.
Yeah.
I'm a little hungover, believe it or not.
Me too.
I'll be back around 7.
Okay.
All right? See, do you mind getting Sydney up?
Oh, did you see that?
What just happened?
The knife.
I heard the fire
He's trying to start a fire with the.
with the grease,
Yeah.
starting a grease fire. Oh, shit.
Oh.
If that wood goes, that house. Oh, okay, she caught it.
Don't throw water on it.
Don't throw water on it. Yeah, okay, she got it. Okay. Woo.
Never use water on a grease
Or
fire.
baking
Never.
soda works too.
Oh.
Always keep a fire extinguisher in the kitchen, folks.
Great. Now we know he's in the house.
So maybe he was at the office
Yeah.
and not just in spirit or that urn. Are you hearing the footsteps?
Yeah.
If he is invisible, is the clickings have to do with how he stays invisible?
Yeah. Maybe
It's
it's
like the predator or something.
something.
You know, that's the first thing I thought of was the predator. And she's sensing something.
Yeah.
By the way, we literally had footsteps.
Like you can tell when somebody's in the room with you. Like, close your eyes, go into a room. You can sense when a person's there. You can do it.
Distant footsteps.
You know, can we turn on some lights here?
Did you say turn them on?
It's like classic horror movie. Like nobody turns on lights in houses.
Oh, I thought you meant here in the studio. I was like, no.
We're good there.
We're plenty bright in here. I mean, in houses.
There you go, Dave.
Turn the lights on.
I've done this before where I thought I heard stuff. Turn on light and be like, anyone there?
Like they would just say, yeah.
I'm here for your TV.
Well, you're hoping for them to be disturbed a little bit to make some kind of noise.
Oh boy.
That.
Oh, look at the chain is still moving.
Talk about psychological terror.
Don't jump scare. Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna get any jump scares. I think it's just gonna be tension.
Watch the
whole
door.
time.
Door's gonna slam and give me a heart attack right here.
Oh, are we gonna see breath behind her? Yup, there it is.
Oh,
There's the breath.
Creepy as shit. Hard pass, guys.
I'm waiting for that coat jacket to be like, hey, how's it going? Oh, here we go. Now we're gonna get some real scary stuff here with blankets and yep, see? Is she gonna see something because of the flickering?
No, he's just trying to wake her up, so she wakes up and freaks out that the covers are gone.
Oh man.
Oh, you know what? No, don't like it.
Oh.
She gonna throw the blankets to see if it lands on anything?
I would.
See how there's an indentation
There's
in the
a-
chair.
An ass indent in the chair.
Or am I seeing things?
Oh, jeez, that freaking sound got me. God damn it.
Dude's invisible, and she knew he was a.
Oh. Go over and punch the air.
Okay, this is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen.
Oh!
James! James!
You saw footprints?
Yes, I saw on the sheets. I saw it right there.
Okay, I see where they're gonna go with this.
Yeah.
Put that stupid thing away.
You're the one who bought it for me.
Who you gonna spray? Who?
They're gonna start to think she's losing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian will haunt you if you let him. Don't let him.
Look at him flex those triceps.
You have an important job interview tomorrow, and I don't want the memory of this motherfucker. This person to ruin it.
So this dude's just gonna terrorize her the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be a reveal until the very end.
So any reason you worked in Paris in particular? Is that where all the beautiful women in the world have to go as a rule?
Oh, come on, dude.
I speak a little French, and I've always wanted to live there. Went out there on a totally student budget.
Let me see some of your work.
Yes, of course.
Oh no, dude's gonna took the work out of her bag.
Yep. Good call, Oak.
I know I put them in here, so I apologize. I don't know what happened.
It's okay. You can send it to us whenever you get a chance. Let me tell you about us. We approach architecture on a human level.
Yep, she's not going to hear anything now.
No.
Are you okay?
I just not feeling.
Would you like some water? Cecilia?
Oh, they got the camera
Oh, no.
on her like that.
Oh, shit.
I wonder if he put some drugs in one of her drinks or something like that.
Well, it could be just the overall stress.
Anxiety, yeah. But I wonder if he would do that to her.
You probably shouldn't drive or operate any heavy machinery. Other than that, you seem fine. Can you just leave a number with the nurse? You guys can go home.
Wow. Stress-induced, or, like you were saying, he did something. God, the way they do these shots.
You're not gonna shut the door and turn the fan on?
Hello?
Is Celia Cass there?
That's me.
So, we got the results of your blood test.
Oh no, what if she's pregnant?
Looks like
somehow.
diazepam was the most likely cause of you fainting.
She dropped it, remember?
Yeah.
There's something else I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, that's kind of a big line.
Something else?
No, that's the bottle of the pills right there.
No, yeah, I'm talking about the line
Oh,
the doctor just delivered.
There's blood
That's
on
the
it.
one. That's the same one.
Well, he did pick it up.
Yeah.
They showed that.
When the doctor first said that, I was like, whoa.
Tell him to stop what he's doing.
Being a very good friend, I know it's a good reason, so I'm gonna need you to sit up and listen. Show a little respect.
He said that I could never leave him, that wherever I went, he would find me, that he would walk right up to me, and I wouldn't be able to see him, but that he would leave me a sign. The night I left him, I drugged him. I lost the bottle that night. It found its way back to me. He's not dead, Tom. He has figured out a way to be invisible. He is a world leader in the field of optics. I know that he could do this.
Here we go.
Adrian was brilliant. It was how he got in people's heads. That was his true genius, knowing people's weaknesses.
Here we go.
He came up with the perfect way to torture you, even in death. My brother controlled me long before he met you, Cecilia. I hated him.
Oh, didn't expect that.
Don't let him win by bringing him back to life.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
No, not out of the brother.
Not out of the brother.
Wow.
I thought when she was on the phone with the doctor that she was going to say somehow Celia's pregnant. That's what I was thinking.
That's what I think the line is, because why else would she say that earlier about being pregnant?
Yeah.
And then the doctor.
There's something else we need to talk about.
Yeah.
He found the birth control, swapped it with something else. She wasn't even really taking it.
Now I know what you really think of me. Thanks so much for carving out the time to let me know how suffocating I am to you. I never expected any of that money.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The email you sent me this morning.
Someone is doing this to me.
Adrian? Adrian sent me the email. Okay.
She would at least consider it.
Please, no.
Wow.
If that was really her sister, she would at least consider it because the guy's a tech genius type guy.
Well, I am curious to know how much the sister knows about the whole history then.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if she knows all of it, would she really be treating her like that, knowing that she's under this kind of stress from the relationship and the abuse and everything like that?
This is him trying to isolate her from the people close to her.
Yep.
It's just another way to manipulate her and control her. As watch me isolate you, so you have
nobody to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Don't you think, though, like, again, I don't know the family history here because we're just getting dropped in.
Right.
So are they kind of alluding that there is more of a past for the sisters and that's why she's so easily to believe?
Maybe they didn't get along that great. I mean, who knows?
I think we get kicked out and have a little girls' night.
Something's going to happen to the daughter, so the dad says that she's too much.
Something.
That's what's going to happen.
Thankfully, they don't have a... Oh, right there!
Oh, my God!
Wow!
Why would you just stop? Stop, Dad! No, he's here. I swear to you.
Enough. See, enough. Right now, my priority is getting my baby somewhere safe. Do you understand?
He tries to isolate me and he tries to get me alone.
If I were you, I would go to your sister's place. You don't need to be here right now.
Well, I didn't expect it to happen that fast.
No,
I thought something was going to happen at girls' night.
Well, thank God they don't have a dog. You know how that would have gone.
Knock on wood.
Come on. Don't hit a little girl. Hit me.
About to get all Michael Myers up in this shit.
This is getting intense. Holy shit.
What is that? Coffee grounds?
Ah, smart. Good thinking.
No, because now dude's going to come home and think she looks even crazier than
Yeah,
you thought
she's sitting there with
before.
a knife in her...
Oh, she's in the room. Okay.
the
I thought she was
room.
in the living room.
Yeah, he's just going to wait it out.
So why me, Adrian? I'm just a suburban girl who stumbled into your life one night at a party. There's nothing left. You've already taken it all.
Oh, this poor woman, dude.
She called his cell phone. The guy would keep his cell phone activated?
He's upstairs. He's hanging out in the attic.
That or I was like, the dude can do some Spider-Man shit and he's climbing around in the ceiling, but
who knows what Tech Girl is up to. See if she... I know she's under a lot of duress. Should have waited until dude got back and then did it. Oh, God. Is she going to get stuck up in the attic? Yep. Watch this ladder. Dude's going to... God damn it. I know I should just stop and watch the movie, but it's so hard not to sit here and...
Okay. Dude is clearly alive. So, yeah, he's using tech. But how?
And the keys? Oh. Well, there's all the proof you need. Unless
and was that the clicking we were hearing?
Could have been the camera.
There's her work.
Yep. Oh, there's the clicking.
I just texted her from another number.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like little flies. That clicking or whatever that noise is, that little buzzing.
Oh, she's going to fall here. Oh, that shot. Oh, there jump scare. I thought that one was going to get you.
It was too shocking.
Oh, but the ladder's down.
Wow,
well, you thought he was going to be pissed about
coffee. Wow. Well, she's got the phone as evidence. Like, hey, somebody was taking pictures of us while we were sleeping.
Oh, shit. It stops. God damn.
We're going to have to... We're going to have to watch that opening again when they were showing the base.
He's washing off his...
Yeah. Now seeing that, it was kind of like a... Whatever that was.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, this movie's just... What?
Oh,
shit.
Oh, what the
Oh.
Oh, hopefully bro has Ring cameras in his house.
Oh, this piece of shit. Oh, there's a camera. What the fuck?
We still got like an hour to go.
Yes. Go.
Oh, she got an Uber. Okay.
Hurry.
We're going to go really slow on this backup.
What was this guy doing? A 37-point turn?
For all we know, he could be like sitting on the edge of that.
Or something.
Stinson Beach. Is she going back to the house? She's going back to the house.
Yeah, she thinks she can maybe shut down the tech or something, maybe.
I might be 2 minutes, I might be 20, I don't know, but you can ride me back to the city after.
Sure. No problem.
Gotta say, Elizabeth's been crushing it.
Mm-hmm. Code to me the same. Oh, here's the dog. Hey, Zeus, who's been feeding you?
Well, you know the guy would have tech to alarm him when people were coming back to his house, so he knows that she's there.
Look, he don't want to go down there. Always trust the dog. Is that a smile she's got?
Mm-mm.
The day we met.
Okay. So did they just tell us the timeline because it came out in 2020?
It's been 3 years. Yeah.
There's the noise.
Yep. Oh, look at that. It's got a suit. Some stealth camouflage.
Holy shit, that was the arm that we saw on the
desk.
On the desk.
Yeah. I didn't know it was an arm, though, at first. Yeah, that probably bends all the light.
Is she going to get out with it?
Oh, he's in the room now.
Her stash.
Yeah, but if I was her, I'd put it on, but maybe she doesn't know how to activate it or something. No, watch the carpet. There you go.
Shit, we can't see him.
Except the suit's still in the closet. Shit.
Please, meet me tonight, if you can, in a public place. Thank you.
Okay, are they going to believe her? He's a tech guru who made a suit
to make you invisible.
Yep.
She doesn't have the suit though, so it's like.
And not only did he
didn't get pictures of it either. If she would have brought the phone, could have gotten pictures of it.
Oh, it's to her sister. Okay.
My name is Taylor, and I will be taking care of you this evening. Can I get you started with some water? We have still or sparkling.
Just the free kind.
Okay, tap it is.
Cool.
That poor guy.
He had a good attitude, though.
You have this brute force strength. I need that strength in my life right now. And I need you to believe what I'm about to tell you. Okay.
It's always the waiter interrupting. Always. Every movie.
Here you go. Here you go. Carry on, please. Carry on.
I went to his house today.
You went to Adrian's house?
And it has cameras and I... What?
Oh! Oh! Oh my God! There the whole time with that knife. Oh, wow. Oh my God.
That asshole made it look like she just did that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, and her sister's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't have security cameras to show the knife just floating either.
No.
I liked her.
Oh my God.
Well, why can't we just say, hey, I have this suit in the
house?
He would have gotten rid of it already. He knows that.
He doesn't know that that hiding spot, though, because that's where she kept her go bag.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in abuse situations, oftentimes the people who are the abusers also want to get rid of the people who are around.
Yeah.
To help, and the sister trying to save the sister. Oh, you're interfering, you're ruining.
Yep,
things,
and she was just about to spill the beans.
And you saw that she was kind of, the humor showed you that the sister was open to listening.
Yeah. Oh, getting the reveal.
This piece of shit needs to go.
Can you confirm the person in this video is you? You also sent your sister an email a few days ago saying you wish she was dead.
I have something that'll prove he's alive. I found it.
What do you have?
Here we go, finally.
Yeah, but if he's in the room, then he'll get rid of it.
Yeah, he'll hear.
Tell you. Right now. He's listening.
You're saying that the person who killed your sister is in the room right now.
So what we need to do is go in a phone booth. There's only room for two of us.
I brought Adrian into her life.
I shouldn't have walked out on you and left you alone. I failed you.
Is there anything in the room that is distressing to you?
No.
Check the blood tests that you had done at the hospital last week. Do you remember taking those blood tests?
Here we go.
Yes.
Well, did you know that you were pregnant?
You can hear the clicking.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the doctor who took the test tell you? The test shows us that it was pretty recent. Can't be sure of exactly when, but it must have been sometime in the last month.
He for sure knew about it.
Mm-hmm. Dude knows
Holy
everything
shit.
that's going on.
Is there anyone we can call?
Which makes sense, because if he would have had the suit, he could have been spying on her in the house, knowing everything she was doing. Which then makes me think to believe he would know where her little hiding spot is.
It's upsetting to see you in this condition. Even though things ended badly for you and Adrian, I still look at you as family. I'm the lawyer for your source of income. I represent my brother's trust.
She committed a crime.
Yep.
Yep.
I can see you for what you really are. Jellyfish version of him. Everything but the spine.
Ooh.
If you sign this document and forfeit your share of the trust, it'll be a lot cleaner.
See that?
Yeah, why is he looking over there?
Or there's one option where this all goes away. Agree to have the baby.
Son of a bitch knows. This son of a bitch knows.
Yep.
You should have known he'd find out. You know him as well as I did. You only thought he would take birth control pills. He was always going to find you, no matter what he had to do. He needs you. Because you don't need him. No one's ever left him before.
Oh. He can't handle it.
A new life with him can be given to you with one phone call.
Adrian killed my sister. And you helped him.
Oh.
Nice. She grabbed the pen.
Yep.
You can come back in 3 days. We'll be watching.
Heavy rainfall and flash flooding concern right as we get to the end of the week.
Could see him in the rain.
What if she set off the sprinklers inside the building?
Could.
Could be too.
It's going to be pretty hard to access with these rooms. That's what she did with the gum and pen. Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Oh!
Whoa!
There you are.
Oh, got the suit.
Get back in bed, now.
Do you not see blood everywhere?
There you go. The suit failing?
It sure is.
Oh.
Of course this guy can't fight.
Yeah, he's a part-time security guard. This guy thought it was a cake job. He wasn't prepared for combat.
No, please. No.
Oh.
I understand, Cecilia.
He's right there.
Lay down.
Listen to me. He's right
Stay down.
The security cameras are going to have all this. That's the one thing that's good about all this.
Yep.
Oh!
Oh, now they're going to catch her with the gun. But yeah, look, there's two cameras right there.
Right there.
No, I was going to say, can't really take out the glass.
Yep. I knew the rain would come in clutch.
I mean, she is at such a disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
Until you can actually see, like...
Let's not forget this dude got jabbed a bunch of times.
Yeah, with a pen.
All right, there we go. Oh, is this like him creeping up on her?
Yeah. Oh, they got us good with that scene. Just leaves the back of their Suburban open.
And she's going to get tossed in there.
Oh, jeez.
You think you're learning how to beat me. So I'm going to truly teach you something. I'll find someone you love and hurt them instead. Now you've only got yourself to blame for that innocent young girl's death.
No, please. Throw your hand up.
Okay, well, he saw it and he's still alive for now, so that's good.
Don't do anything stupid.
All right, the security guard's alive, so that's...
So there's some proof right there.
He just said he won't hurt her.
Yeah. She's going to put an end to this tonight.
Ooh, did he get her? Or she got him. Or hopefully she didn't get an innocent.
Hey! Harry, what's going on? Harry, are you okay?
He's fine. He's fine, I promise.
Fine, Ben.
All right, C, let's put an end to this.
Sydney's life is in danger. Where are you right now?
I'm at work. She's at the house.
You need to go to her right now, James. Do you hear me?
Here comes the big showdown.
Now he has to listen, right? She's just busted out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. This suit took a lot of punishment right there with that pen.
Yeah.
And it's still working
It
great.
was malfunctioning here and there, but yeah, it's...
Holy tension, guys.
How great would it be if she was already there and she beats him at his own game? Oh, that'd be fantastic and satisfying.
It's got to be a setup. There's got to be some
That's
sort
what
of setup.
I'm hoping for.
Oh, shit. In hell.
No, this still might be it.
That's her, dude.
No, I know, but...
Oh, shit.
Thought maybe she'd be in on it. Spray somebody.
Is this going to pay off? This is going to be... Okay, she hears it.
Yep. Oh!
Damn it.
You okay? Sit still.
Oh! Oh. Yeah, the fire extinguisher.
Okay. Oh, shit.
That will do it.
Was it got Kevlar in it?
No, he's
bleeding.
He's finished.
Oh.
Go ahead and finish. Empty the bag.
Finish him! Go! Go!
What are you waiting for? All right, there we go.
Get over the top and empty it.
Double tap.
Now, is it going to be him or the brother? It was the brother!
It was the brother! What? The brother found the tech. Took out his own brother.
Or there's Adrian still out there.
Well, at least they know, like, hey,
Yeah.
fire extinguisher will...
Someone there. Help. Help.
Are you shitting me?
He set it up to make it look like his brother did that to him.
Tactical team found Adrian this morning. Looks like he was a victim of his brother, just like you were.
No, James. That's not right.
He was tied up in his basement. This is your best case scenario for getting your freedom back, okay?
Mm.
She's not free until he's done.
Yep.
Adrian did everything before that, though.
I know how this works, see? I know.
Set his brother up so he could get away scot-free.
Listen, I need you to keep that to yourself and let me do my job.
Yeah, but as long as Adrian's around, you can't help me.
Dude wasted his own brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now this is making a little bit more sense. Set up the brother so he could be in like two spots at once.
Yep.
Still the second suit.
Mm-hmm.
Still got the second suit.
What if there's more?
Cecilia, I'm so glad you called.
Did she agree to... Oh, boy.
She's going to go back, put the suit on, take him out, and then leave, and there'll be no anything, maybe.
Or she's just going to take him out, period.
Well, that would be best case. Right now, she takes out this trash.
You look amazing.
I don't feel amazing.
Please, come on in. It's cold. Come on.
I just want to call him Luke, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
From Hill House.
Yeah, no, Hill House. And all the other Flanagan stuff we've seen him in.
Should have had Frodrick.
Frodrick.
Oh, my.
This could go so many ways right now. I no idea.
Why are they showing us cameras?
Something's going to happen.
I know I didn't treat you the way you should have been treated, but I've learned my lesson.
This is what they say.
I'm sorry.
I would burn everything I own just to prove that to you.
Tell him to f
Okay.
off.
If you want to be a part of this child's life, it has to start with honesty, which means I need you to admit everything that you did.
She wired up. She wired up.
Wow, he's got to know he's got cameras everywhere and audio.
Well, the cameras didn't have audio, remember?
I loved my brother. Tom controlled me.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
This was they try to trick the audience here.
I need you to do this for me.
More than that, do it for you, Adrian.
Wired up.
I'm telling you the truth. Oh, no. I'm the only one who can help you because I know you better than anyone else in the world. That shouldn't come as a
Voice recognition.
surprise.
No, because they wouldn't have had him on recording before. Never mind.
Well, didn't he say surprise
Yeah,
in the room?
he did. That's all she needed was the word surprise.
I should go clean myself up.
Of course.
He said surprise somewhere. I think you're right. They just needed to match the voice surprise. Or not. Damn it.
Well, maybe that was just a callback to him saying it on the texting on
Yeah.
the phone and then saying it.
So she could remember that was him, that she wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
But yet he didn't technically admit to it.
The suit!
Oh, she's got the suit.
Oh, she put the suit.
Oh!
Oh, shit.
Take that, douchebag. Oh my God, it makes so much sense now. She knows she was being recorded.
Yep.
She knew the suit was there, had to get it on camera,
Yep.
and then she does the scream for the recording.
Yep.
Genius. Genius.
3-3, Celestial
Yep.
Drive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just turns it on.
Yeah, this guy.
Surprise.
Not gonna lie, I hope she kept the suit.
It's all good. I took care of it already.
I'm okay. I'm okay. James, look at me. I'm okay. He killed himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Whoops.
Just keeping it.
I probably should have closed that bag a little more.
You never did want to get him admitting anything on tape, did you?
Of course I did. I just didn't know he was that unstable.
Yep. She knows that she's still hooked up.
No, she knows he's a cop.
Well, yeah, he knows what's going on, obviously. Little James, check the names.
What did it sound like to you?
Look how confident she is now. Like the whole film, you know? Just,
Yep.
Now look at this. Just you.
It sounded a lot like he killed
Yep.
himself.
There you go. She couldn't even leave the house before. Now look at her. Able to take out her ex. No problem.
Well, let's not forget this guy went after.
Yeah, she went after
Yeah.
her sister.
He not corroborated. He co-planned his brother going after
Yeah.
his daughter.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
think he's going to lose an
No,
ounce
he
of
doesn't
sleep over
care.
that? You try going after my daughter?
He did get the cop in him right now is still
Yeah. And I like how they're playing that.
yeah.
And she got to walk out there
Yeah.
on her own. She
Yep.
got to walk
Look at
out
that
of the
deep
house.
Didn't have to climb a wall.
She just
or
took a
anything
deep
else.
breath.
She
right
just
there.
took a
Yep.
deep breath. Walk out, took a deep breath.
There it is. The sense of relief.
Oh,
Got the son of a bitch.
what a good job they did.
Look at that.
What a satisfying ending.
That was very satisfying. I mean, there was a lot of tones in this one.
The first thing I want to get out of the way is I want to give Elisabeth Moss a ton of credit because it didn't really hit me until like 3/4 of the way through how much she was going to carry the movie and how much she was carrying it. And it reminded me when we did Smile 2, how I apologize, I forget the actress's name, but she like carried that whole movie. And that's the thing that impressed me was the physical acting that she had in Smile 2. And now we see Elisabeth Moss here in The Invisible Man doing the same thing. Like the amount of physical acting that she had to do.
Naomi
Scott, that's who it was. Thank you, Diamond Dave. Props to Naomi Scott for Smile too. But nonetheless, Elisabeth Moss carried the whole movie, had to do a ton of physical acting that was like kind of up close and personal. Can't hide that. That's got to be her doing it. That's not a stunt, a stunt individual doing it. So really good job there. Like I said, that opening scene, and again, I'll have to reach out to you folks in the comments, but that opening scene, from what I remember, it's been a number of years, very much reminded me of Sleeping with the Enemy, a Julia Roberts movie, which dealt with very similar themes as to this one, not obviously on the level of being a thriller type movie with an invisible suit, but nonetheless very similar. And that kind of reminded me of that right off the bat. And it was...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. And I was just going to say, it's funny because, well, not funny, ironic, maybe that's a better choice of words. In the beginning, she's creeping around the house, like trying to escape. She got her go bag and everything. And I liked how they did the camera shots. Like you saw the dog bowl at the time. I thought it was like a water bottle or something. And like, oh no, she's going to kick it. And like you saw all this stuff happening before it happened. And it was just, I love the way they did that opening, 5-10 minutes or whatever. Really like that.
Real quick, I kind of wanted to just throw it out there since I'm kind of going back because I was curious about the opening scene when she was trying to get away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And man, they told you the story, like gave you kind of spoilers in a way, like
with the
in
lab?
the beginning and here in the lab. I mean, you got the computer screen with the cameras.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like anyway. I mean, you got the arm, but of course,
it didn't really look. It didn't really look like an arm. It looks like a big butterfly larva or something.
I don't know. Yeah, it looks like an arm. Yeah. But then it looks like almost the Iron Man where he has the different marked suits when you go back.
Yeah, because I know all of us were like, what the hell are those suits?
They get smaller and more streamlined each time.
Yeah.
So
that's actually a really good detail you caught there because I wasn't paying attention. I was like, okay, 1, 2,
yeah, they get smaller.
Yeah,
the first one's smaller. A lot bulkier, has almost like a helmet aspect to it.
Yeah.
Keep getting smaller and more streamlined. It felt and I didn't catch it in the beginning, but it felt here like almost, and obviously two very different film genres, but it felt almost like the Iron Man, like here he was
working
really
on the progression,
advancing and seeing the progression, the suit tech.
Yeah, so not to cut you out, I was just going back and I was like, wow, they told you almost everything right there immediately. But again, being a first time watcher, not knowing what's going on, it's probably going to go over the majority of everyone's head, but you have to remember that recall.
Yeah, because you're hitting so much.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing too is with this film started out very dark from just the lighting standpoint. It was very dark. I'm glad that things lightened up, but the way they did the camera shots in here, and normally when you see a movie like this where somebody's, if you want to use the term, being gaslit or whatever, they go through this kind of arc where they go from like being locked up and people think they're crazy to then they prove that they're not. In here, we knew the whole time and C knew the whole time, no, he's there. And they did as much with the camera shots showing where somebody would be in that shot and he was there. And they did the things like the clicking. And even if they didn't say it on the subtitles, because that's how we watch, they kept it going in the sound. And I really like that because we could hear it in our headphones. So it was just brilliant the way that was done. Her character, I thought, was outstanding. She didn't go through the typical arc that we normally see. She knew the whole time and was onto it. And and found out actually sooner than I thought she would with everything that went down in the house. But this was outstanding. Everything just worked for this. I thought the way it was done, it was a great thriller. I wouldn't call it a horror movie. I think it's more of a psychological thriller, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. A lot of fun on this one. I could go on, but I don't want to monopolize the time here.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% that this wasn't as much of a horror movie for me as it was, and I think psychological thriller would probably be the term that I use also. Look, a very deep film as far as the messages of the film and the seriousness of the situations that were being portrayed. And we'll get to that a little bit later. We'll talk about the film itself here for a minute. I thought it was a brilliant film as well. Again, I don't want to say that we've seen movies that were necessarily predictable, but they gave us things that were a little bit different. We found out very soon that she knew that Aaron was there.
Or Adrian, yeah.
Excuse me, Adrian, not Aaron. Adrian was there. So that was interesting. It's because, I mean, you know, we're kind of looking at our camera time like, wow, like there's a lot of movie left.
Yeah.
And we already found out that, you know, that she knows that he's there. So how is this going to play out? So that was the overall story and the pacing of the film I thought was great. Elisabeth Moss, look, I think everybody did a good job with this film. So I don't want to, you know, maybe necessarily say that she carried it as much as she did to downplay everybody else's.
She carried it.
But I mean, and I'm not saying that she carried it. And the reason why I don't want to use the term carried is because I don't want to imply that there were other portions of the film that needed carrying. I know sometimes when we have a film where it's not as strong and maybe the other performances weren't as strong or the storyline wasn't as strong or whatever, then sometimes the word carry is a little bit more applicable, where I thought everybody did a great job with this film from the entire cast. But did she get any awards for this?
I don't,
because if she didn't,
well,
you know,
Yeah. And when I say carry, I meant she had 99% of the screen time in it, and it was all her the whole time, all the dialogue, all the physical acting. It was all her.
Yeah, she was phenomenal in this. But the way she was able to kind of bring you in and have her feel the fear just with her expressions and everything, because look, you can put somebody in a situation where, oh, they should be scared in this situation, right? But they have to be able to sell it. They have to be able to convey that through the lens of a camera. And she did an amazing job at doing that. Whoever the videographer was for this film, the way they shot the angles, the way they held scenes a little bit too long, the way they made you think that maybe you're going to see something, maybe you're not. The film gave you that, it kept you on edge. And if I can say this, it gives you like that anxiety, that nervousness, just the way they shot it. I remember the one shot where they were looking up at the ladder and her in the attic, you know, or even looking down. So the way that they shot it, for as much as you can convey a feeling of tension, of the tension and what you know, what the character must be feeling, they did a great job at doing that with the cameras. The story, I think, did a phenomenal job at representing what somebody must go through as the victim of domestic violence. Clearly, Adrian he's you know, he's a narcissist, a sociopath. I mean, the guy is. He's a terrible person, and I think, you know, it's interesting that the film is called Invisible Man, and I think you almost might be able to look at C's character and think like, okay, well, invisible, maybe that represents her, because sometimes victims of domestic abuse might feel like they're invisible, but on the flip side of that, you know, he's the invisible man, and sometimes I think, you know, because at the end there. He's like, oh, he sounds pretty well spoken, right? I'm sorry, I'll do this. I'll burn down my house, which it's worth mentioning. He didn't say I'll work on myself. He was just willing to give up material possessions. Yeah. So it's like, but you know, I think sometimes when you look at certain people who are guilty of this, he was such a nice guy and he was just this, and you never see the real person that they are. And so the title Invisible Man is almost like, and look, I know I'm not breaking any ground here. This movie's been out for a handful of years, but it's almost like that's the person he really was. That's invisible, right? Everybody knew him as this tech genius, and he's very much out there. You know, he's an entrepreneur, but who he really was, that was the invisible man.
You didn't see that until he put the suit on.
You didn't see that. And so, look, the suit was great. When he was invisible at first, look, I didn't catch the suit in the beginning. So when he was invisible at first, I'm like, okay, how are they going to do this? Is it going to feel like it was cheesy? And they didn't. I mean, they did a great job with the suit when it's got cameras all over. Look, with the way, you know, technology is, it didn't feel unrealistic at all that the suit would be able to. It was
believable.
It was believable, plausible, and it didn't need to be anything crazy. It was believable. So the twists and the turns I thought were phenomenal. I love that near the end we got where, okay, finally we got other people seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
Like that was such a relief for me. And
yeah, like when that one security guard didn't get taken out.
Right. And it's almost like, I wonder how, and look, just to be transparent, we're three guys up here watching this film, and under no circumstances am I going to ever pretend to understand what it feels like to be a victim of this. We're just, we're trying to be empathetic here. So when I say this, please understand, I'm not trying to say that I've been there, but you have to imagine as the victim of somebody who's in a domestic violence situation, and you tell people like, this is what's happening, and they don't believe you. They don't believe you. They don't believe you. Like, as the audience, we're watching saying like, oh, nobody's going to believe her. Nobody's going to believe her. Nobody's going to believe her. And finally at the end, we go, oh my God, they're on camera. They're going to be able to see. And you have to imagine like whether it be a cell phone camera or a security camera somewhere, you have to imagine a victim of domestic violence when finally other people can see who the person really is. Like, I almost feel like that was representative of what we got as an audience. Finally, we knew, but finally we were happy that other people were able to see what was really happening. So I thought that was really powerful. And I wonder if other people who watch it kind of caught that in the moment, and we've spoken about it on this channel multiple times. Like when we're watching these films, we're super hyper focused, no discussions, no nothing. And well, other than, commenting, but nothing going off in the background. We're really focused. And I thought that was really good. Just everything about this film, the arc that she got, I felt like there was finally like this empowerment at the end, right? Like at some point she made the decision, like, I am going to stop relying on everybody else to believe what I'm saying. And that's not to say like, look, in situations like these, you have to lean on your friends, you have to lean on your family, you have to have support. But at some point she's like, you know what, I'm going to take control of this situation. And that's what she did. And there's part of you, if you're I'm not encouraging vigilantism or anything like that, but look, self-empowerment and taking things in control in your own hands. I love that. And the ending, I'm not going to encourage violence. I'm just going to say that it was satisfying. I made a lot of notes in this movie. And just a couple that I'll go through real quick, the notes, kind of a little bit more detailed in some of the thoughts. When the quote from her sister, too stupid to know who the good guys are and too stupid to get away from the bad ones. I feel like that's the cliche, like sometimes what society thinks of people who are domestic abuse victims.
Too weak, I think it was. Too weak.
Or excuse me, too stupid to know who the good guys are and too weak to get away from the bad ones. Yeah, thank you, Dave. I think that's sometimes the cliche thing you throw at domestic violence victims is like, oh, well, you should have seen it or you should have gotten away. And it's not that easy. So her sister, I think, was representative of what a lot of people deal with. We saw him trying to separate them from the family, make people think you're crazy, which we see a lot of the times. You brought up gaslighting. I mean, man, this is like the worst gaslighting I think I've ever seen in a film. We had manipulation to make you feel like you don't have other options where, okay, you can come back and have this baby and we'll make it all go away. And I think there's a lot of that. So overall, this movie was a very powerful movie from the message about domestic violence. And again, we can touch a little bit on that as we wrap things up. But as far as a film, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm going to be all over in mine. I thought this was very intriguing with how they did the setup in the beginning, because I was kind of wondering, okay, she's running, so it's either because of him or did they just do something and now she's like, I'm breaking away? Because I wasn't sure what to expect coming into this, because when you see the poster, I'm thinking, okay, we're just getting into a horror film. It's going to be kind of in the normal tropes of horror. But as we progressed, we really didn't get that. We got the messages of physical and just mental abuse. Of course, it did have some potential with the jump scares. I did jump on just a sound effect, which hey, that got me pretty good. Yep. So shout out to the sound design on this, because if it wasn't for us having on the subtitles and I had one ear throughout at least half of it. Finally got the second ear working. But the sound design,
that clicking,
along with Elisabeth in this, were the two biggest characters for me, because the way they were able to not have you figure out yet until they started giving you a puzzle piece and a puzzle piece and a puzzle piece of like, oh, the motherfucker might be alive.
Yeah.
Or does he have a suit? You start, no, he doesn't have a suit. Yeah, he does have a suit, because then you start remembering back
they showed
to the
us.
beginning, right? Yep. So the sound design to me was another huge character of this film. And so I like how they did that slow build, and you're like, man, what is that buzzing? What's that? Is that like flies? Or however we were saying it in there. So I do appreciate that part of the story as well. Yeah, and to your point, Dave, with the way they shot the film, I love that they, at least for me, making you second guess before they started giving us answers in the most subtlest ways possible. Of like, is he right there in the corner?
You found yourself staring at
like,
a blank wall in the kitchen. Like, there's got to be something. He's got to be there, right?
Happening here, because I know we look for jump scares. We look for other stuff too, especially with all the experience that we had with Hereditary, where we couldn't see anything on the TV. We got chewed out for it in the comments. How did you not see that? But so now we're like always like, hey, do you see that in that top corner? They're like that speck in the top corner. What is that? So I do like how it was always making you kind of guess until they made it super obvious, right? Which to me, it's kind of like, damn, I kind of didn't want to know until like the very end. But of course, I understand 100% why they did what they did and how they did it for us as the audience. So I like that. Again, Elisabeth Moss, you absolutely crushed this, because you had to display so much, not just in your words, but your physical presence on screen. You had to display that along with your facial expressions as well, demeanor, all that stuff. You had to display quite a bit in this film, even in that last 2 minutes where you could just tell she was free. It was over.
Yep.
So that was really great by Elisabeth Moss there too.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up, because even if you go back and watch, I think the way she's sneaking around the house to get out in the beginning, look, there's a way you sneak around a house to steal something, or you're trying to be quiet out of fear, or you're just trying to be quiet out of excitement. Like, there's a lot of different ways somebody, like the director said, okay, you're going to sneak around the house in this scene. There's so many different ways you could do that. And the way she did it was brilliant, I thought. And it's because like you got it right away. Like, you may not have got it right away when she was in the bed and, moved the hand and it kind of slid out. You might not have got it. But once you saw the way her body was moving around the house, like, you're like, okay, I know what's going on here.
Yeah. And I do like now, again, going back in my head and doing that quick little skim, going back to the pills and the water. And when she shook it to show us, the audience, like, this is what I did. And then saying his name out loud to see if he could hear. That was actually pretty genius for what they were doing to tell us that quick little story there of what she did. So then that sets the tone moving forward with how she's trying to be super quiet, the way she was moving around in the house like that to do the escape. And I do like, I think it was one of you two brought it up, the wall. Right when she jumps.
Oh.
That was like
a lot of metaphors.
Yeah, it looked like a prison.
Imprisonment.
A lot of metaphors.
For her.
Yeah.
And I did get some answers along the way, because I was kind of curious once they gave us all that. I'm like, all right, how long have they been together? They finally gave us a good timeline in there from the sorority or whatever she was saying up until now. As far as like displaying like the mental trauma after, when they gave us the title screen of 2 weeks of her just not even being able to go
outside,
order to the mailbox. This is what I was kind of alluding to with Elisabeth Moss just delivering without words, is just that fear right there alone. And she was right the whole time. And bravo to Cecilia here for staying true to her instincts, because the whole time she had a feeling and she stuck with the gut feeling, regardless of who knew about it. To your point, Dave, about, I think you mentioned in your review here that, in certain abuse situations, well, just abuse situations, you mentioned like people should take a moment to take at least 1 second to understand what they're trying to say. You may not believe it right away. You may not, but I do appreciate the two people that she relied on in here was the cop friend and her sister. I was kind of hoping for picking up, maybe it was just too obvious and it just went over my head, but for a moment there, and this is where my head is kind of scratching a little bit on, is when he sent the email. The sister just immediately believed it.
Yeah.
I feel like that was just the way they did the quick showing of the email. I was like, wow, that's like a novel of an email.
It
How
would have
is she
been-
believing that right away? Unless in their past they've had,
I would have liked to see a little more there, flush out that relationship.
Yeah, because otherwise it was just too quick. And if she knew all the details about this abusive relationship, I would like to think the sister would have took one moment to be like, hey, can we talk about what you just sent me here? That's where my mind was kind of going with that. So that to me was a little bit of a head scratch. The cop, now when it came to the daughter, I understood that. The cop was, hey, daughter first, got to get her out of here. But as the time came along and she escaped, part of me was like, well, isn't he still going to kind of have cop face on? Because right now he didn't believe her.
Yeah.
But then we see him roll up to the house.
He's like, hey, if somebody says your daughter's in danger, you don't care who's saying it.
Right,
You're
but-
going to believe them either way.
But the way they were kind of setting it up was, while we, the audience, knew Cecilia C was right in here, they were kind of showing doubt in him towards her a little bit. So that's
that scene to me
that's
was
kind of
also
how I took it. Not sure that's right, but
that scene to me was also very situational. Like the fact that she was able to call him, he was like, "Oh, something's bad," because he knew the situation. Like she's, in psychiatric care. So the fact that she was able to call him from a panic state from somebody's
and bust it out.
phone. Yeah.
So, that's
he
like
had
a
he had to be like, one, yes, if somebody's saying your daughter's your child or a family member is in danger, you're not asking questions, you're going right away. And maybe he thought she was, foreshadowing something that she was going to do, but the fact that she was able to call on a phone, he's going right away. It's interesting that that you brought up that point, because I didn't think about it until like there's a couple of things that like I wondered, and it didn't really hit me. It was a little curious that that when they were in the parking lot and in the hospital, the suit was glitching out, but at the house it didn't. And then it was like so it was like you wonder if Adrian, well, we know he was the one that was at the hospital, but he called his brother, so it's like you knew there was
Tom do it.
multiple suits, but that made me think, I'm like, okay, was there other times throughout the course of the film and where there was multiples?
Yeah, where it wasn't just one of them.
Where it wasn't just one of them. And you wonder if like he would have done that or if it was just one situation. The only part that did throw me off a little was the kitchen thing. And look, we've seen in other films where somebody's picked up with one hand.
It's usually a superhero or something normally.
But and I know this like it's fictional, and not to get too whatever, but to pick somebody up with one hand, because I think like they grab the knife too.
Yeah,
to pick somebody up with two hands would be very difficult in that particular situation. Even a small individual to do it with one hand would be essentially impossible for a person to do. So I'm wondering, was the brother participating?
That would make sense.
Some other stuff, and you just wonder like
you got to wonder that now.
Yeah. There's a lot of. It would be interesting to talk with the director of this film and get kind of their insight. How often throughout the course of the film was it representative of Adrian being alone or Adrian being there with his brother?
Yeah.
Right. And again, like without digging too deep into this, like metaphorically, and look, I'm sure sometimes when somebody is an abuser, maybe their family members don't know because they're not in the situation, but maybe sometimes the family members do know, and not to say that they're accomplices in the manner that Tom was here, but sometimes by not doing anything, like it's not my issue. You wonder if that was representative of that. But a lot of metaphors, I think, in this film that were done very well. Again, some of them weren't like, again, the walls around his place and her breaking free, not a metaphor. And that end scene with her taking that like deep breath, it was symbolic, but also had to be a very real for people who get out of those situations.
Two scenes I wanted to just mention that really stand out to me in here was obviously the sister scene in the restaurant. That was just wild how my memory right now, again, first time watch there, where I think they were on her, and then all of a sudden they cut to a knife just floating. And
boom.
What a scene that was. So kudos to whoever thought of that in their brain. And then the shower scene where she had the pen.
Yeah.
I was like, is she doing it to lure him or really take her life? Because two ways. One, obviously, it was to, lure him. But part of my brain was like, okay, she just wants to end it so he can't have her or the baby.
I didn't think so. To me, that was her, and it was after a little bit. I think that was her going for the empowerment. Like she had a plan, because when they were showing like the drug stuff, she was getting a plan. I think she had it calculated. Like, look, if nothing else, I'm gonna prove to people that this wasn't in my head, just from my own validation, right?
Yep.
Because look, how does that even work with what she's being accused of and everything else? But if she can prove that there was literally somebody there in an invisible suit, which, I mean, telling somebody that, aside from showing them the suit, how hard is it to get people to believe that? And again, going back to real life situations,
Especially
if somebody thinks, look, sometimes people who are super narcissistic, they're charismatic, they're whatever, and people, no way, they would never believe it, and you have to like show it. And for her, it was like, all you have to do is show it. And again, like I said earlier on in the reaction, it was like there was that sense of relief for us. Like, okay, there's got to be cameras. It's a hospital.
Yeah, now they're going to see.
We know there's cameras, and he left a few people alive. So it's like, okay, now there's not just there's cameras, but there's witnesses as well. So
there was 2 points that I wanted to make, but I wanted you to finish first if you had anything.
Oh yeah, and then the Uber, like, I know sometimes in film they do stuff off screen.
Sometimes it's fast.
I know. I just kind of wish they showed like a quick like, and then like that didn't even have to be words, but it was like
or just
boom,
show
all
the
of a
app
sudden,
or something.
yeah, all of a sudden was there, and then you had to put it together that okay, she has a cell phone, she got in the car, obviously she made the call, but I do kind of wish my little bit was like I wish they would have showed it.
Could have showed her just ordering the Uber.
It's not a make or break kind of thing, but it is interesting, right? Because we're running, we're stopped in the middle of the road, and here comes a car. You're like, what's this car?
Yeah, who's
Sorry,
this?
I just marked up your shirt. Throw that one out.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
But, and then, a car just shows up, and you're like, oh, what is this? And then they, you figure it out from there.
26-point turnaround.
I know.
Yeah, that was the thing. I called out. I'm like, what's with this guy's turnaround? It's ridiculous.
Again, some little things in here. It's not a make or break, but that's
yeah. And the last two things I want to comment on, one quick, one maybe a little bit more in depth. When she was stepping outside the house and the guy was running by, I would like to go back to that scene, or maybe you folks know in the comments, was that the actor who plays Adrian with the hood up and running by, just as kind of a little nod of the feeling of C thinking that he is everywhere. Yeah. And I just wonder if it wasn't the actor, boy, they picked somebody that looked a lot like him after we finally saw Adrian's face, because I didn't really even catch who he was until we were well into the movie. And then the other thing that I thought was really brilliantly done with this, and I was thinking about it as we were talking about it, was, look, this is a movie about a guy who creates an invisible suit and does all this stuff to torment his girlfriend, who he can't handle her saying no to him. And it seems all the scenes that we saw are so over the top, like, oh my gosh, he's in this hospital and he's taking out people left and right, and it's so over the top, and he took out the sister and beating up the guy who was the cop and doing all these like huge over the top things. And I think for somebody, and maybe I'm totally wrong here, but this was a feeling that I got, for somebody who's going through that type of abuse, like that's how they see it. They see it as like, why can't you see what's going on? This is happening. It's right in front of you. And the general, public or friends or family who don't see it, it takes something like this for them to kind of wake up to it. It has to be so over the top of what he's doing. And I think maybe that's part of what C felt when everybody else could see it too. And that was part of the relief that she had, I think, leaving the house, that other people knew too. And that was just something I just thought of as we were kind of discussing.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I did write down the reason he wants her is because she said she didn't want him.
Yeah.
So that
power thing.
Yeah, it was.
I can have everything I want, but you said no to me.
Now I want you even more.
Yeah,
We're gonna
exactly.
do everything. And just the way that he was approaching everything, it was very sick, right? Because he took out the sister. And by the way, the ending was very satisfying of her getting on the suit, knowing that she was mic'd up, doing it in front of the camera, ending that piece of trash just the way he needed to go out, especially for the way he did that to her sister was just absolutely wild. Yeah.
Look, for me, I think you'd be hard pressed to find something that did it as good as this did. We had tension and anxiety, or I had tension and anxiety the whole time I was watching this. Hulk, I'm sure you probably may have felt the same way. But yeah, for me, this is a 5 out of 5 for me. This is definitely a rewatch for sure because I want to check all the details. There was a couple of things I know I called out, but I'm sure I missed a bunch. So yeah, definitely want to check this one out again. And an incredibly powerful movie on top of it once you strip away all the surface level stuff.
Yep, 5 for me as well. Acting, story, cinematography, sound design was huge in this one. Every component of this film was just top notch for me. So 5.
Right on.
So, folks, I'm giving it a 4. Hopefully you can see it. 4-4. And I do kind of want to watch it again because maybe it'll go up or maybe it'll go down. But I was into the story. I liked the concepts that they did here. It had a lot of real life tones in there. So for those who are, I'm sure the folks that have been through some kind of abuse probably really related to this in some way, or even with the metaphors. So again, and to what you were saying, the sound design to me was second character in command here because they really did a great job on all those little ticks, all those little things. And shout out to the whole crew as well, because again, with the shots that you mentioned, especially making you start second guessing yourself, is he there? Is he not there? Yeah. So 4.4.
All right.
And before we go, and I'll make this quick because none of us three are therapists at all, but we do have a large platform. And this particular film discusses a very important subject. So we're just going to take a very brief moment to say, if you are the victim of domestic violence, a couple things. 1, you are not alone. 2, it is not your fault. And 3, there is help out there for you. So please do not ever see it as a sign of weakness to reach out for help. If you are the friend or a friend or family of somebody who is a victim of domestic violence, stay connected with them, be a safe space, listen more than you talk, and don't always try to just provide fixes to solutions. If you are here in the United States, we do have a national domestic violence hotline you can call where professionals are available 24/7. And similar hotlines are available for people all around the globe. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you are in need or if you know somebody who is in need. And I think with that, we're going to wrap it up. The answer's not here to close it out, so I'll take those duties here tonight. So for Diamond Dave, Mason Quinn, I'm the Appleton Oak. We hope you enjoyed this one as much as we did, and we'll catch you on the next one.